All right, let's talk about this video by Anthony Gramuglia called "When Does a YouTube Critic Become a Lying Grifter?" And we're going to listen to this little section here about what he thinks a grifter is and does. And we're going to talk about it. Basically, what he's going to say is that if you latch on to a little teeny weeny thing and you blow it up and you talk about a conspiracy against the culture, well, that makes you a grifter.
Guys like The Quartering, Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, RK Outpost, whatever his name is. These guys, the guys who jump on any controversy every couple of weeks, every couple of days to milk it for all it's worth, to push an idea that there's this conspiracy that's attacking culture, and it's only thanks to your efforts and your watching and your money to fund the fight against it, whatever that might be, to push back on the message.
And they have always fallen into the trap of using its culturally sensitive backdrop to push the message.
I hate that term, the message, because it's so nebulous but also so specific.
Yeah, it's so nebulous and yet so specific because he knows exactly what it's talking about. The feminization, the putting gays and trans everywhere to make it normalized, to normalize degeneracy, all right? To take a famous case, Will and Grace. Will and Grace, hit TV show from America that normalized homosexuality. That was a big part of its appeal. That's a big part of its legacy, is that it made homosexuals go from being a closeted, deviant freak, pervert, who likes to men in the behind and out their pooper, to your normal next door neighbor. There is a direct line that could be drawn from Stonewall to Will and Grace to Obergefell in 2015 and the legalization of homosexual marriages in America. So this guy is basically saying there's no conspiracy against the culture. There's no propaganda in films. What are you talking about? It's just entertainment, bro. It's just entertainment. It's nonsense. This guy doesn't know anything what he's talking about. Films as a source of propaganda is well known. It's well known that film, TV, music, literature, the arts in general are a source for propaganda, for good and for ill. So to sit here and say that there is no message and that the term the message is nebulous and yet specific, it's just dishonesty from this guy right here. And here's something else that's dishonest. Let's go back to what he said here.
A couple of days to milk it for all it's worth, to push an idea that there's this conspiracy that's attacking culture, and it's only thanks to your efforts and your watching and your money to fund the fight against it.
What in the hell is he talking about? It's only your efforts and your money to fund the fight against it? Now, I've listened to some of the videos by the guys that he's listed. Nerdrotic has never asked me for money. The Critical Drinker, who he ends with in this video as the top tier true grifter, he's never asked me for money. He did a crowdfunding thing for his movie he made, and he does have a novel that he wrote that he sells, but he always ends his videos with, "That's all I have today, go away now." He doesn't end it with, "That's all I have today, give me some money now." What is he talking about? Nerdrotic has never tried to sell me anything. RK Outpost, he might have a little bit of a thing going on where he tries to sell stuff. There are people that have their grift. What is this guy selling? He's selling his video, at least. I know he's got this ad thing monetized, doesn't he? Why would he do it? He spent the whole hour. This video is an hour and 11 minutes. And he ends with a section on the Critical Drinker, right? Because that's the top tier grifter. And again, what do we think? What does he say a grifter is? Somebody who picks up on something, blows it up, and says there's a conspiracy against the culture, as if movies haven't been used to push propaganda. Is this guy aware that the United States government, the military at least, the Defense Department, has partnered with the film studios before? That actors have been spokespersons for the CIA before? How do you think a TV show like Alias was filmed? Not without the cooperation of the CIA. How do you think a movie like Argo was filmed? Not without the cooperation of the CIA. How do you think all these movies that feature the military, like Transformers, Top Gun 2, how do you think they were all made? Well, with the with the Defense Department. They had things to say about the script because they're being portrayed and they want to be portrayed correctly. And that's how you get access to using their materials. Apocalypse Now. The military didn't like that script, so that's one reason Francis Ford Coppola had to go to the Philippines, where he could use the Philippine military's helicopters, because the American military sure wasn't going to allow him access. Now, let's just finish up here by saying this guy's thesis is totally wrong. There is a conspiracy against the culture, whether for ill, whether for bad. You have to recognize it. There is a message in movies, in films, in all that stuff, in TV, in literature. There is a message. There is nothing that is messageless. And that's basically what he's saying, is that it's messageless. It's just entertainment. It's messageless. Like The Acolyte. There was no message in The Acolyte. There was no female-centric lesbian message in The Acolyte. It was just entertainment. And this guy, Anthony Gramuglia, you are a moron. Bye-bye.